Greetings gamers, FiOth here, and today we're gonna have a little talk. I hope I didn't worry you too much with the thumbnail. I just wanted to drive home the fact that this is important. So I have to talk to you about 3 things that are gonna be very substantial moving forward with the channel, explain a couple of thingies whilst you're watching some nice Starship Troopers gameplay. Disclaimer, Starship Troopers will be hosted on stream. I'm just waiting for something substantial to happen because at the moment it's early access and most of the content is still missing. So bear with me and we'll be back to it. So guys, first and foremost, the easiest thing to talk about is tomorrow's birthday party. The 26th of May 2023, if you're watching this later, will be my birthday stream like we did last year, which was an amazing experience, and this time it will be bigger and better. What it entails is playing games, and whenever we fail, I'll take a shot of whiskey. I'll be drinking beer on the side, so you can expect some clusterfucky moments and a lot of such and giggles. If that's kind of your thing, you're very welcome to come join us. It will be awesome. I suspect it would be a good idea to bring booze of your own as well. Second, the restructuring of the channel. Now this is very important and I'm gonna explain why. This channel started out as a guide channel. I was making guides for games and I was getting views because people were looking up the guides. After Elden Ring, things started to change. Elden Ring brought so many people into the channel, grew it so much that this disjointed all over the place approach just stopped working. YouTube works like this. When I upload something, it creates impressions, that is the thumbnail-y, animated to an extent for a short period of time, images that you see when you scroll up. If I upload something that is about Starship Troopers and you came to the channel 3 years ago because you wanted to see Neo content, you're passing that content without watching it, you ignore it. That tells YouTube my subscribers don't like my shit. And every video I made starts up at the bottom of the ladder. It's an upway struggle from minute 1. Parenthesis here. I know some of you just click on the vid, click like and then leave. That kills retention time. It says YouTube, that guy came to the vid, he watched 10 seconds of the vid, then he didn't like the vid and left. It's also huge damage to the metrics. So leaving it to play in the background while you're doing whatever is the best case scenario really if you are not interested in this specific thing. I know many of you listen to my vids as a podcast instead of actively watching them, but it's better to give it a sec until you can actually watch it, you know, from start to finish, than hitting on it, clicking a like and then going away and telling YouTube that you didn't like what you watched. So now that the channel is bigger, and I have to tell you only 2% of all channels on YouTube go past the 10,000 subscribers mark, so we're getting scanned pretty intently. We have to create pillars of content and work around those pillars. I cannot be all over the place anymore. I cannot just cover the game or play the game, you know? This will also free me from having to hunt around what's hot every single week and making content for it because I am exhausted after all these years, guys. I stopped playing games to enjoy myself and started playing games just to cover them randomly. So I looked up my metrics. What brought people to this channel? Where do my subscribers come from? It's pretty much the following. Souls-like by a huge margin because of Elden Ring. Aliens Fireteam Elite because the community was built around it and you brought more people in and all the builds were very loved by the peeps playing, so it kept growing. Survivor horror games like, let's say, the Resident Evils and the Signales and all that. And the rest is a mishmash of other things, but numbers wise they leave a very small imprint in comparison to what was done by these genres. So the channel will work as follows from now on. I will be covering Souls-likes, I will be covering the broader category of 80s to 90s retro-inspired games like Aliens content, Robocop content, Terminator content, Starship Troopers content, all that stuff that I know a very large chunk of the demographic loves. Survival horror games, and since most of these entail combat, my primary focus will be on the build crafting aspect of the games that I choose to play around these genres. So, let's say Souls-likes, we'll make builds. Of course, we'll have general gameplay of exploration, combat, PvP and all that. Then we go into the third-person shooters or the first-person shooters like Remnant, Aliens Fireteam Elite, Starship Troopers if they expand the modding system. Builds for that kind of stuff. Okay? Then survival horror like Resident Evil, Fatal Frame, Signalis and all that will be included because they brought in a lot of people and a lot of views, although Resident Evil 4 hit just as the algorithm started to hate me, and I don't want to sound like your average YouTuber who says, oh, the algorithm hates me, that's why I haven't become Mr. Beast. No, the algorithm of YouTube is a recommendation system. Right now what's happening, as I explained, YouTube recommends my stuff for like an hour, 99% of you are spread around 100 projects that I've done on the channel, so it's only natural, I'm not blaming you, you pass shit up. So, Souls-likes, build-focused, retro or not retro, shooters or action games, like I said, AFT, Remnant, blah 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 blah, and survival horror. Those are gonna be the pillars. Now, I'm gonna be extremely honest with you and I want you to listen. Okay? Please, if you are not interested in any of these things, thanks for the support, but please unsubscribe. I can't believe I'm saying this. I watched a video of another creator some years past and they were saying, guys, if you're not interested in Warframe content anymore, unsubscribe. This is ruining the business. People just hanging around, not interested in what I'm putting out there, are just ruining my relationship with the recommendation system. And I know you have the best intentions when you subscribe as a thank you most of the time, and this stems from the fact that I was making guides because people wanted to solve their problem, clicked on the guide, then they were saying, like, okay, like this guy, subscribe, leave a thank you, never came back to watch anything, and that is disastrous. If you want to keep being subscribed because you like me, you like the content, even if you are not part of the vocal demographic that, you know, hangs around in streams and all that, please, when you see that vid coming up, and please hit that notification bell because it helps traction so much you couldn't believe. Play the vid, watch the vid, hit a like, leave a comment, even if it is potato, whatever. Because what this tells YouTube is that this guy is making good stuff, let's push it more. Because in some occasions, I can say that the stuff was good, but no one watched it. Man, that vid comparing Dead Space remake to Resident Evil 4 remake, I don't know how many days it took me to make it, man. It got like 300 views. Like, that's a stab in the gut. So if nothing of what I'm doing is of interest to you, and you just wanted to stick around because I helped you with a guide, and you're not watching anything, you don't know what I'm about, unsubscribe. Thank you so much for the support. If you're one of the peeps who really enjoys what I'm doing, guys, you're here for the content, watch the content when it pops up, hit the notification bell, leave a like, comment something. It's free. Like, I am past the trying to incentivize people to just support the channel or other platforms, because as I was saying, it's work, a lot of hours of work, and some people are just, nah, fuck it. Some of you were not like that by a big margin. Like, I've seen generosity from certain people that made me really sentimental, and I'm gonna focus on that feeling, you know? But when it comes to at least the free stuff, dude, If you're so bored as to hit the like button or even watch the thing, what the hell are you doing here? So this will start to clear things up for the channel. I will also make private a ton of vids from the past that either got no traction or are tied to other stuff that are not related to the channel anymore. I'm not gonna make private the vids that are still getting thousands of views, but the smaller ones are gonna be privatized. And now, the third and most exciting part of the vid. By the time you watch this, there will be another channel by yours truly in cyberspace. Channel's name is FiOthXMachina, and it will be a channel 100% dedicated to one of my oldest passions, mecha. Mecha, robots, cybernetic organisms, exoskeletons, all that stuff. If it sounds interesting to you, I am gonna have a channel wholly dedicated to that theme. I'm gonna do this because I love that kind of shit. I've loved it since I was a kid. And in this channel, there's no way that shit's gonna get any traction. And I see that awesome armored core, fires of Rubicon looming in the distance. And I think I'm gonna post a ton of crap on this channel, and because it's not fucking aliens, no one will watch it. So a new channel it is, a sister channel to my original channel, named Sister, for the ones who get the inside jokes. And that will be all mecha robots and shit like that. It will be awesome. Exoprimal is gonna go there. Armor Core is gonna go there. All that good stuff is gonna go there. Now, about that channel. This vid I'm making right now is gonna get 400, 500 views because it's the people who love me, who love the channel, who are interested in what I'm making, and I thank you very much for this. If you are either willing to just interact with those vids to help me because you love me, or you are genuinely interested in that stuff, go there, sub, hit the bell, leave a comment in the first vid I'm making, which will be a surprise. When you get there, you'll see what it is, and I suppose it's gonna produce some shits and giggles. Very, very, very intricate production, took a lot of hours. And of course, for the majority of the time, that channel won't even be monetized. It needs 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So I'll have all my support links in the description. People who are already contributed to Mista FiOth don't need to do shit. I'm not greedy. If others think they're gonna find more value to that channel, on Patreon or buy me a coffee, leave me a message and say, dude, I came here for the robot stuff, and I'll keep you in mind when the channel grows and gets monetized. There I will stream obscure mecha games like FiOthXMachina, older Armored Core games, Transformers games, what have you. So if you're into that stuff, it's gonna be orgasmic to interact with that channel. It's gonna be awesome. I commissioned artwork. I don't know if I'm gonna have the final version for when you visit that channel, but I hope I will, because the artwork is excellent. It was made by a very good friend of mine who's also a graphics designer. And I'll be pumping out content for that channel regularly. I'm not gonna push it violently, like make content every day, because, you know, I have to focus on Mista FiOth to keep growing it and get it in a healthier relationship when it comes to the algorithm. But I'll do what I can to keep them both mutually growing. So, let's cap. Tomorrow is birthday stream. I would love to see you there, people. It's gonna be great. Second, we are restructuring this channel to make it more efficient, and if you like me, you know what to do. If you just happen to pass by and you watch this video, because I don't know how you found it, thank you for the support, but you're not really interested in what I'm doing, you just wanted to find that treasure chest, so thank you for that view, that like, that sub. You know how it is. It's all good feelings. And for the rest of you, let's please make an effort to watch and enjoy the content you're here to watch and enjoy. Last but not least, please, damn it, please, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, it's all in the channel description. It will be in the description of this feed. Follow that shit. I got hacked once and I was able to communicate with 10% of the channel's followers. I'm posting shit all over the place. Follow those sources and will be some good stuff waiting for you there as well. I promise. That's it, people. Thank you for all the support. Tomorrow with my birthday stream, we're ushering in a new era of FiOthXMachina shenanigans. Thank you for last night's stream. Watching the Sony showcase was a ton of fun. And I will see you in the next one. Hopefully with rejuvenated vigor towards enjoying the good shit. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers!